Why do I keep doing that?
Hey YouTube, welcome to the girls' room.
Me and Kelsey are having a little sleepover and we thought we'd do a Q&A, a little tattoo tour, that kind of vibe with you guys.
You know the vibe.
We got some kombucha in our wine glasses. We have a little microphone.
It is a mysterious color. Don't come for us. This is my apartment that burned down, actually. So let's give a hand.
She's gorgeous.
Let's give a hand for my apartment.
She's kind of like
Styling
a
by
girly,
Kelsey. Everything here is thrifted.
She's a girly like haven, I would say.
My crystals, my geisha. You know the vibe.
Let's get into it. I think I want to start off, like we had some questions when we got our tattoo last weekend about like how many tattoos we got, like stories behind them, why we got them, that kind of vibe. So let's do that first.
Okay. Our first tattoo that we got was this.
It's both of our names.
Kelsey and Bailey, and then we both got this red heart.
Can you see?
Slay.
And then my third tattoo was this lightning bolt on my hand. All my tattoos I got super last minute and no thought in them, like whatsoever.
And then Kelsey got...
She got a tramp stamp. Tramp stamp there. I don't know if you can zoom in. Maybe I can zoom in on it. But it's a heart, angel heart, I would say. I have love you more on my hat. Ooh.
And then we both got...
Our stars!
Our stars. And then I have Let It Go. Let It Go on my ankle. And then I also have the original stars on my other ankle. Ignore the blisters.
That's so funny.
Ignore my blisters.
Feet are torn up.
Yeah, that's why I kind of got the tattoos on all my feet, because I was like, let me cover the ugliest part of me.
But she actually has the tattoo curse because her ex has the matching butterflies on her side.
He copied me, and I paid for that tattoo. It was his anniversary present from me. His 2-year anniversary present. So I shot myself in the foot. I also gave, you know, the shoe curse where if you give a partner a pair of shoes for like a gift.
But I've done that. I've heard of that, but I've done it.
Apparently the shoe curse is if you give a partner a pair of shoes,
they'll run out of your life.
And I've given him, I think literally the only gift I've ever given him is shoes.
Because they're so easy to get guys, because I feel like guys like to have a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
But I got Dylan matching, like I got him custom Air Force Ones with our initials on them.
And he would never like buy himself shoes, so.
Kelsey and I might be DJing again. We've been noodling with it.
I need to make more money, so we're going back into DJing.
It's getting bleak.
I don't want to get a 9 to 5.
And I have no skills.
My skill set.
I really have no skills. Like that's one of the main things. Like because I was like a model from a young age, and like I never had like a defined career path. Like sometimes I tell Dylan all the time, like you're so lucky that you went to college, you got a degree, like you kind of knew the path that you were going on, and you have a designated path. Like after modeling, you have no path. You literally have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like I was trying to figure it out at 22, and then I just had like the most randomest odd job since then.
DJ.
Oh, so it was model, then DJ. No, it was model. We were models, personal assistant, and then we tried to start a makeup company.
Yes.
We were entrepreneurs. Failed entrepreneurs, and then DJs, and then real estate agents, and now social media full time. Period. But it's stressful being like an what's it called? Independent contractor. Like it's so stressful. And I'm like, I always tell them, I'm like, you're so lucky that you know that you have a paycheck every month and you know exactly how much is in that paycheck.
Yeah. And
I'm like, I'm gambling every month, and when my credit card bill is due, I'm looking at my bank account. I'm like, I hope there's enough in there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy. It's stressful.
Somehow we always pull through. So
we do always land on our feet. We're like cats.
Yeah.
But cats do only have 9 lives, and that's my fear.
So true.
How many lives have we had?
I think I'm on my 9th life.
Yeah.
Okay, Bailey, do you want to start us off with a question?
Yeah, I've been holding on to this question because I'm actually curious about it because I thought I knew the answer and now I don't. Who is your favorite ex?
I have 2 exes.
But would you count like the guys that you were obsessed with as an ex? Like you know who I'm talking about.
If I counted every man I was obsessed with, let's hearsay. Mm-hmm. Let's count every man that I've ever been obsessed with as an ex.
Yeah. I count people I've been obsessed with as an ex. Because to me, they're an ex. Maybe to them, I'm not an ex.
Yeah.
But to me.
My favorite? But I can't say names. I don't want to say names.
Just give them a moniker.
Okay, my favorite ex... this was not a boyfriend, I would say. His moniker would be...
Is it Captain Hook?
Mean. No, he is my least favorite. He can go fuck himself.
Well, I thought you were trying to find like a PG way of giving him a moniker.
No. Okay. Because he would have been my favorite, but Captain Hook was my favorite. He was a situationship, but then he faded out. Which is completely fine. Whatever. Fuck you, ghost me. Whatever. But then he messaged one of my best friends on a dating app. So.
Oh yeah. So he
knew that we were best friends. So.
So who's your favorite? I'm trying to think.
I would say we're gonna call him. Hello.
Oh no, that's your favorite?
He's my favorite because. Hear me out. He's my favorite because he still provides entertainment in my life.
He's relevant.
Like, we still talk. And he always makes me laugh because I genuinely don't think he understands what's going on half the time.
Interesting.
And I don't think he ever has any malicious intent towards me.
I would never guess that was your favorite.
But would you agree if I said that he doesn't ever have any intentions?
He has no malicious intent.
He has no malicious intent.
I agree with that
He's
statement.
just airy. He's like airy-fairy.
But I also just think like he adds actually zero value to your life.
But I would argue that none of them add value to my life.
One used to, monetarily.
No, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Did you think that he would be someone I would say yes?
No, because I was curious because I used to think he was your favorite ex, but then we had that falling out, I knew he wasn't, so I was curious who had been after him.
Even before that falling out, he was not my favorite. Because he provides more drama than it's even worth.
But you also said that the hello provides entertainment value, and that's his ad.
But fun entertainment, not drama. He's not giving me drama. He's not like yelling at me, screaming at me.
Yeah. Interesting.
He's more just like there.
Okay.
Giving me a laugh.
He's a hoot and holler for sure.
Exactly. If you could start over from scratch, career-wise, what would you be?
So freaking difficult. See, that's the problem. Like, even in high school, I had no freaking idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that was like the time, like the society now versus when I was in high school is so different. Like back in high school, I was like, I want to be a vet. But now that I think about that, I'm like, I could never deal with animals dying every day. That would really bother me. So I have no idea. Maybe a therapist, a psychologist. But I also don't even know if I'd be that good at advice. I love psychoanalyzing people, but I don't know if I'd be good at helping people.
Yeah, like professionally?
Yeah, like I honestly have no clue.
Okay, Bailey, another question for you.
Okay.
What was your most traumatic modeling job?
My most traumatic modeling job was actually my first modeling job ever. 17 years old, just went to New York, whatever. There's this thing called looks where like a stylist will book you if you want to do, and you'll try on all the looks for like an editorial or a campaign for the actual model who's in it. So the actual model doesn't have to go through the process of trying on all the looks. I got there. The woman was such a biatch to me the whole time. She was French. She barely wanted to speak to me. She told me that I wasn't allowed to eat or drink. And I was really stressed out because I was in like a process of gaining weight as a model. So I was like very, very stressed out about my meals. Like I was like, I need to eat my snacks. Like my agents will be so mad at me. I was there, no lie, for 17 hours. Not 17 hours. I would say the first 7 hours I was there, she made me try on one custom sock. And I was sitting on the couch just waiting for my next look, just with one custom sock. I fell asleep. She woke me up. She goes, models are not allowed to sleep. And then I started having like kind of like a panic attack because there are these like tight bodysuits and then you'd put on like a tight bodysuit. There was a white and a black one. And then you had to put all the looks on top of that. And she would take a photo. And like, so I'd have to try it on, take off all the clothes, take off the bodysuit, put on the other bodysuit, put on all the clothes, take a photo. And I was doing that for like 4 hours straight. And I had a mental breakdown. I started crying and hyperventilating. They called Kelsey.
They called me in. And I remember this very vividly.
I was like rocking back and forth in the hallway.
They literally called, my agent called me and said to get to Bailey's job stat that she is having a breakdown. So I go there and this woman, I remember putting on the first outfit and she goes, break your leg. And I'm like, break. And so I like go on my hip, like hand on hip. She's like, I said, break your leg. I'm like, hand on hip, like leaning on a hip. Like, I don't know what she wants. And she literally like comes over to me, grabs my leg and like bends my leg so aggressively.
She was terrifying.
Yeah.
She was like, And the thing is, my agent kept calling me, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to model anymore if this is how it is, because that was my first job ever. I was like, this is how people are. Like everyone, she literally treated me like I was not a human being.
Yeah, like that was like being a mannequin.
Yeah.
You are a mannequin.
But fortunately, that was like probably one of the last times. Like that was the first and probably the last time that I ever felt like that. Like I felt like that was such a stereotypical modeling experience.
Yeah.
You know, like that they show like in movies, but it's not actually like that. I feel like
I agree.
it's a little more human than that.
Yeah.
But yeah. What's your favorite city that you lived in when you were modeling?
I would say that my favorite city that I lived in while modeling was London.
Sick.
Because it's like very artistic. I did not like how in London, I didn't really work that well there because I'm too tall. Most of the models there
How
are
tall were we there? How tall were we?
I think I was still like 5'11", and you were like 5'11".
I was like 5'11" and a half, yeah.
But like they like their models like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, like ASOS.
Yeah. So we really didn't work that well there, but I like the vibe.
I love the London
I
vibe.
passed the vibe check for sure.
We lived like on the east side of London, so near like Shoreditch, Hoxton Station.
Hoxton Station, if you know London.
They have the best thrift stores in London.
They do.
In Whitechapel.
We would go to this thrift store like not every day, like every weekend.
Every Sunday.
Or every Sunday,
Wednesday.
and like the first like 5 people in line, they would give a bag, and you can take as many clothes as you could fit in the bag for free.
It was sick, and it was like leather.
We
Like
were
they had so much
poor.
leather stuff. And me and Kelsey, we would travel Europe with this ginormous duffel bag full with leather products. We would pay like $300 to check this bag. It literally dry rotted in my attic shortly after.
We had like so many fringe jackets and like leather vests and just like
We dressed like little
We're so
prairie. We were like
grungy.
prairie men, but with grunge.
yeah, we're like grunge,
Like balloon pants,
No, we
but
were
leather.
like grunge pilgrims.
Yes.
Grungy pilgrims. That's how we dressed.
We also just looked really dirty.
Because we were.
Yeah, because the leather was all really vintage and dirty, and we didn't ever know how to clean it.
Yeah.
Like I'd wear that pink suede dress, and I swear it had like a big stain on the front.
And our skin naturally leans towards like the oily side, like shiny. So like and we wore no makeup. So just imagine like a greasy faced, greasy haired, like with bangs and
Yeah, exactly.
dirty leather. Like that was just the vibe. We looked like we stunk.
That was definitely the vibe of like, what was it, 2013?
It was the vibe of the time. It was the vibe of the time.
Yeah.
Would I wear it today? I would probably wear some of my outfits today, but I could probably pull
They're
it
too
off better.
high-waisted.
But I could pull off some of the pieces better today.
I was like very YSL, like very high waist, tight leather skirt, button down, scarf,
Parisian.
the bandana around the neck.
Parisian.
Yeah. Okay, Kelsey, I have a question for you. How did we get into DJing?
Great question, Bailey.
Fantastic question.
Okay, so what happened was we started off as models, and we got tired of people telling us what to do. So we just
No. That's a terrible way to explain how we got out of modeling.
We actually got pushed out of modeling, I feel.
We tiptoe around it a lot.
Okay, let's be real. All of our agencies dropped us at one time.
Guys, it was actually
very
super
traumatizing.
traumatic because we thought we were on the fucking.
We were like,
on the ride.
guys, we had literally just did like a L'Oreal hair campaign. We had just done like Calvin Klein fragrance campaign.
Like the most money we've ever made.
Like we were making mad money. And then all of a sudden, like we were living in LA and Bailey used to have brown hair, and then for a L'Oreal campaign, they dyed it blonde. And so we moved to LA for a bit so Bailey could regrow her hair because they kind of made her bald.
Because like it's drastic, you know.
It was a drastic change.
Like, I'm not saying L'Oreal.
Yeah, like L'Oreal, no hate to you.
I love L'Oreal.
We love L'Oreal.
But
We
like,
stan.
It's a drastic change, and it happened like literally in like a week.
It's almost impossible to go from black hair to blonde without losing some volume in
it
hair.
It was like in like 2 sessions.
Yeah. And it actually happened very later because like right when it happened, your hair was still pretty thick, but then like a month later, you started balding.
I did that. This other salon, they tried to dye my hair brown, and then it really killed it. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Remember they dyed it at blonde?
Yes.
Yeah.
But so we went to LA to regrow her hair, and we just like weren't
working.
In LA's not our market. Like we were working, like we did Hollister out there at that time, and we did like a bunch of that kind of stuff, but it wasn't like our market because we were still so high fashion body, like very straight, very skinny. Like LA likes beautiful, like Candace Swain-Pole, VS. Like we hadn't even started our periods yet at our big age,
and we were just too tall. And we just weren't like the California girl.
Yeah, like we didn't start our periods till we were 23.
Yeah.
So our bodies were very like childlike, I'd say, like very straight. Just
That's like whenever people think that me and Kelsey look younger than we are, I honestly feel like because we went through puberty so late in life, that we're just a little bit slower to the game.
Yeah. But yeah, we just weren't working, and then just like a random day almost.
It's like they all conspired.
Yeah, it's like they all talked amongst themselves. They're like, and Bailey didn't want to dye her hair back to brown.
They wanted us to be really edgy, but me and Kelsey were like, we're actually ready to start making some money.
If you don't know me and Bailey, like we have eras, and like we were like really heavy into our grunge era, and we really wanted to make money and be commercial and be like hot.
When we moved to LA, we were getting out of our grunge era because we were like, oh, we want to be California girls. We were like more in our Paris and Nicole era.
Yeah,
but
they didn't want us to be hot. Our agency didn't want us to be hot. They wanted us to be ugly forever. So we were like, you know what? We were butting heads a lot, and then one day they literally all dropped us, and we were like, fuck you guys.
Except for our LA agency.
Yeah, except for our LA agency because we love them.
Yeah, they're the best.
But all the other ones dropped us. They didn't believe in us anymore. Fair, whatever. And then I don't even know what we did.
We kind of just like took a year off.
We kind of like tried to book. No, we booked ourselves for a while. Like we were our own agents.
Oh yeah.
And we like booked random jobs.
But then we moved back to New York. Remember we moved back to New York and then we met our friends.
Yeah.
And then we just started like just fucking.
And then we started drinking. We had never really drank before, and so then we started drinking, and then we just started partying, and yeah, one thing led to another, and we were just on a bender for probably 2 years.
Yeah, it was a blur. But in that bender,
it was a fun bender.
We were productive in that bender because we also tried to start a makeup company.
Yeah.
Because we were hanging out with so many entrepreneurs. We were inspired. We are like, we're going to be the next
Kylie Skin.
Be a billionaire. So we like made this makeup company. We invested so much of the money that we made like modeling. Because remember, we had that big break. So we had like a little saved up. We were like, we're going to be billionaires. It's going to be great. We invest all this money. And it was like kind of an all plastic product. And then the Save the Turtles movement came out. And we were like, we can't.
And then we realized we're really not self-starters.
I'm an idea woman.
Yeah, I don't like execution. Yeah, I like making content.
Exactly.
I can execute content.
Yeah.
Anything that's like serious?
No.
Like
contacting like factories and like business meetings. Like
being on a laptop. Like it's just not for me.
I'm an idea marketing genius, I would say. Execution, no. I'm not. Yeah. What is it? I'm not a COO, a Chief Operations Officer.
Yeah.
I'm a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, but back to DJing.
Oh, yeah.
So then
they need to know the backstory. You know?
Yeah, that was backstory. But then we were really into partying. And so one time we were at this party or this club, and I was talking to this guy who's like, what are you, models? And I was like, no, actually we're a DJ. And
keep in mind, it was a random party that we went for free alcohol.
Yeah, we would just go places just to go. If anyone invited us anywhere, we would probably show up, just like
I was
down
like,
drinks.
Is there an open bar?
Yeah.
I'm there.
And when I said, okay, so for backstory, there's this other venue. Our friend owned this club, and he would literally pay us $200 to plug in our iPhones and DJ from our iPhones. So this guy was like, what, you're models? And we were like, no, actually I'm a DJ. Like I was thinking because I was playing music off my phone, like I was fucking with him.
DJs.
I'm an iPhone DJ.
Sure.
I'm like, no, actually I'm a DJ. He's like, oh my gosh, like I own this club. Like you guys should DJ my club. I'm like, we totally should. He's like, Thursday? I'm like, Thursday works for us. And then he texts us the next morning. He's like, following up, girls, are you ready for Thursday? I'm like, so ready. Count us in.
I was like, we're born for this. Whatever.
And my boyfriend at the time used to be a DJ. So he like bought us all of our equipment, laptop, decks, everything. Taught us how to DJ in like 2 days.
Basically, he taught us how to like drop it on the beat.
Yeah, like
which is all you. If you're a club DJ, that's all you really need. No,
drop it on the beat. He taught us how to do that. We obviously sucked, but because we were such party girls and we were out every night, we knew which songs would get the girls going. So our set was just fire.
This was the era of
Broccoli.
No, Blueface, baby. What was it? Tatiana.
This is the Tatiana area. In Old Town Road.
Yeah, Little Nas X.
That era. So we just knew what got the girlies going.
Yeah.
And then everyone loved our set. Everyone came to our first set, like all of our club friends, and we packed the house out. And then he offered us a residency.
But then one of the owners of a club was also at that set. She loved it. She flew us down to Art Basel to open for Lil Wayne as like our second gig.
Yes, and then our other friend who owned a club saw us at that gig and let us open. for Marquee, which is a very popular EDM club in New York. We opened for G-Eazy.
Oh yeah, for Halloween.
And that was one of our first gigs. So.
Yeah. Being an opening DJ, that's where it's
Fire.
at. Because then you can enjoy the actual party because it's pretty empty opening.
Yeah, I would love to just open. You make decent money opening.
Yes. Sometimes you open.
You don't need to be the star.
Sometimes you open, the club lights are still on.
Oh my gosh.
Empty.
The second time we did Halloween,
Yeah.
they were literally like,
We were like,
the lights were on.
I was like, are you sure the lights are supposed to be on?
So we just played like, because of you.
Yeah, I just played stuff that I wanted to listen
I would
to.
just play like Neo, a ton of Neo.
I felt like I was like DJing like an elevator or something.
Yeah.
Like, who's it? Is anybody? Is this?
I
connected to
love
any-
playing an empty club.
Me too.
So a lot of DJs like will throw a hissy fit and be like, like there's no one here. I'm not playing the opening set. Me?
I love it.
Thrive.
I hate the judgment. You know,
Yeah.
the judgmental stares.
Yeah. Especially when you're sober. Like when I was drinking, sure, I couldn't care less.
There's always gonna be a hater. At least one hater in your set.
One time we were in Brooklyn, like getting brunch, and this dude comes up to us. He's like, "Hey, aren't you guys DJs?" And we're like, "Yeah." He was like, "Sad Boy Hour, right?" Our
Yeah.
DJ name.
We're like, "Yeah."
He's like, "I fucking hate your music," and we were like, "Period."
It's so funny because that was
Speak
when
your truth.
That was when we had just started dating, like Dylan and then your ex, and it was so embarrassing because I was like, oh shit, because they had never seen us DJ.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like COVID, and I was like talking all this game, like, yeah, I DJ, but just not right now.
This new guy that I'm talking to on this dating app has a number that's like scary, similar to one of my ex-boyfriend's number. And every time he texts me, I'm like,
Oh,
trigger
really?
warning.
Your ex is blocked.
Yeah, but still the number, so like,
Yeah, triggering.
trigger warning. And then we DJ'd for 5 years, and then obviously we had a hiatus during COVID, but we would DJ some house parties.
But going backwards, this is why I'm always paranoid about my career choices. Because, for example, my modeling career ended pretty abruptly.
I think we
My
have a familial curse on our job.
A family curse.
Yeah,
Because-
generational curse.
Let me talk about it. Because, let's say, on my modeling career, it ended pretty abruptly. My entrepreneurial career, that was really bad luck.
Really
bad luck, and it ended abruptly, and I lost
But I
my
feel
money.
like I learned a lot.
Yeah, everything's a learning experience. Okay. After that, I was a DJ. It ended abruptly because of COVID. Obviously, we still do it sometimes, but it's also hard to get back into that after it's been shut down for so long.
Yeah.
And you lose like all your connections with nightlife, all that. Everyone moves
But after
on.
COVID,
Yeah.
we actually had a better gig after that.
Oh, yeah,
we swindled.
We swindled.
We swindled them hard.
swindled.
I don't know how we pulled that off.
We pulled a cat out of the hat.
I don't know
for that
what,
one.
and we swindled for like
A while.
a year.
Yeah, we were making good money from that. But I'm talking about like, that was only one club. Like we lost because especially like some people in nightlife, like they got it at nightlife forever, and you don't have those contacts anymore.
And even after COVID, we were still being paid to just attend clubs.
Yeah, hosting.
We did that for a while, but it was way more intimidating sober.
Yeah, it was
Because once we got sober, we were doing that, and it was like,
It's so hard to get people to drink when you don't drink. They're like, you drink, and you're like, no.
I'm like,
No, you first.
I'm scared.
Yeah. No, thank
And
you.
then you just disappear.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like, do you want me to buy you all shots?
But anyways, we quit DJing and then we became real estate agents.
I hate
and like
real
I just
estate.
hate real estate so much. But I mean, we had such a good first couple months during COVID because I actually felt like a savior. I'm like, I'm finding these people a home
Yeah.
for cheap because it's COVID prices.
And it's like, it was COVID prices, and I felt like all the apartments were like, the landlord was paying the broker's fees, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And then once it switched,
so
to
you
like,
felt like you were giving people a deal. Now,
Yeah.
then it switched, and I felt like I was ripping people off, and I felt like an evil villain.
yeah, I didn't like
So
that.
I had to quit, and then we kind of been making. I mean, this is definitely making content is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Ever.
And then it's so funny because even as kids, we would always make content just of each
Our
other.
movies.
Yeah.
Our home movies.
So I feel like this is just like this feels like in my bones what I'm meant to do,
Yeah.
but I just have to figure out how to monetize it and make money and make it like a long-standing thing.
Cheers.
No notes. Cheers.
Bye, YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Wanna have a threesome?